Community focus. Community focus. We're here for you. With me and you. Under our point of view. At 5 o'clock. You're North London. The podcast crew. A week in review. We're here for you. Yeah.
Hooray! Hooray!
Community Focus is an art centre for children and adults with disabilities. We are based in the Borough of Barnet, North London, and offer a selection of creative and well-being activities for all ages.
In the room we have
Jonathan,
Philip,
Carol, Gila,
Babak, and Amia.
In this episode, we catch up on how everyone's been doing and chat with Ben Wilson, a creative writing and drama tutor. Ben also happens to be the mastermind behind our speaker soap opera, 45 Noah Street. And finally, we bring you Lightbulb Man, another of our talking tales, this time written by Yvonne. But who is Lightbulb Man? Tune in to find out.
What have you been up to this week?
Well, I had a good time on Tuesday because my team won, and that is Arsenal. Yeah! On Wednesday I went out. I went to a comedy evening, and then I went to a pub first, and then the comedy evening as well. It was very nice. It was.
What did you do this week?
I went up for walking myself. It's Finch in my area. Where did you walk in East Finchley? Look around the shops, yes.
Mr. Alien, what did you do this week?
Lochner is my nerd club that I go to. We just chat about things and stuff. Then we do a quiz. The quiz questions are very, again, generalised. Sometimes, they can be very plain and simple. Sometimes they can be a bit of a pain. Depends on, because we change the person doing the quiz. One day it'll be this person, next time it'll be another person. They try to switch things up.
Have you ever done it?
No, but I have been considering in the back of my mind doing one, but I don't think I have the confidence to do it. Really, I'm too nervous to even float the possibility of me doing that.
Carol, what have you been up to?
So, last week I went to Australia.
Ooh.
And I decided to go swimming with sharks. I was in this cage and the sharks were surrounding me, and suddenly they all started talking to me saying, "Hey, how are you doing?" And I started having a nice conversation with them, and I wanted to take pictures of them, so I took selfies of them, and we were posing, and then they came out of the water and they started dressing up in these fancy clothes, and they had a fashion show with these people, and everyone was it made it to the news and saying the first history of sharks coming out of the water and posing as models, and there was so many, it was so all over the internet, and people were going crazy over it, and people wanted to sign their signature, and there was so many pictures of it. So yeah, my holiday was amazing.
Carol, what made you swim with the sharks?
I've always thought sharks are scary, but then I realized they're actually interesting creatures. So I wanted to face my fears by swimming with them. And yeah, I'm not scared of them anymore.
Gilla, what have you done this week?
This week I have been to my normal routine. So on Monday I was using the hot glue gun and I accidentally bumped my thumb and my index finger. It never happened before I bumped myself, so that was a bit silly of me. First day I went to work and I also went to an ensemble. I'm in an ensemble. An ensemble is where you sing songs and you basically have a lot of fun.
Busy week.
45 Nowhere Street is a spine-tingling soap opera, written and performed by the drama students at Community Focus. Listen now, or the fog will get you. Oh! 45 Nowhere Street.
Why are we in this dolls factory? I don't like it here. It's too spooky. I want to go home.
You want to go home?
Yes.
We're looking for Margaret. Margaret's our friend.
What sort of friend she was? Running away too? Is it?
Is it?
It isn't.
Is it?
It isn't.
Is it?
Is it not?
Stay in the light, don't look in the eyes.
Is that right behind you?
Oh, who said that?
Stay in the light, don't look in the eyes.
I want to get them.
Who said
Who
that?
said that?
Stay in the light, don't look in the eyes.
Who said that?
Stay in the light, don't look in the eyes.
Was it
Behind
you?
you.
Was it
It's
you?
behind you.
Was it
It's
you?
behind you.
I want to get them.
You've taken my eyes.
I'm feeling cold. I don't want to be here. I want my mummy. How dare you betray me? I thought you were my friend. I want my mummy. I want my mummy. How dare you be my friend? I want
Stay in the light, don't look in the eyes.
I want my mummy.
I want to get them.
I'm off. Nice knowing you all. Bye.
Call yourself a friend.
I want to get them. I want to get them.
I'm coming into a doll. I'm so cold and so lost. I've got no friend. How dare you betray me? I want my mummy. Mama, mama, mama.
I want to get them. I have a new toy.
45 Nowhere Street stars Phil, Corey, Nadine and Carol.
And today we've got Ben, and he's our drama and creative writing tutor, and we're here to interview, and he's our special guest. Woo! So Ben, he's in the hot seat, so let's go.
Hello.
Who wants to go first? And we've got Babak.
Ben, how long you been a teacher for English and drama?
I've been a teacher at Community Focus for almost 2 years now. I started summer term 2023 and I've been doing it a few years beforehand elsewhere. But I've been at Community Focus 3 years because I first worked with Vicky Martin on her book at Oak Lodge, Everything Starts with a Dot, which Carol was a big part of as well. Ooh.
Ben, what is Oak Lodge? What does that do? Is it like a show?
Oh, it's a school in Barnet.
Who are your 3 favourite celebrity actors?
I like Saoirse Ronan. Do you know Saoirse Ronan? No. From Little Women and Lady Bird. Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
Brooklyn. She's this Irish actress. I think she's really great. I like Coleman Domingo. Yeah, you a big fan? Yeah. He is in this film Sing Sing, which is all about prisoners, and they put on drama, like a drama production of Shakespeare. And he's a really great actor. And then I really like Judy Garland, but every time I would think of her as a kid, I got really sad because I realised that she died when she was really young, but for some reason I could only picture her as like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
And so every time we'd watch The Wizard of Oz, I was like, we have to go back in time and we have to save her.
Oh, it's my favourite film.
Yeah.
What inspired you to become an actor?
When I was really little, I think I used to run around the house a lot and just be different characters. And so my parents one day jokingly said, you should do drama. And I thought, that's right, I should do drama. And then like a month later, there was a drama club at my school. And so I just started when I was 7 or 8 and kept on doing that. And then when I was around 18, 19, I decided I'd rather be like writing and directing and doing more kind of behind the scenes stuff. So I switched into that. And then a few years after that, I decided to go into what's called facilitation. So that's a little mix between directing and teaching, but you're working with groups of people and you're making things together. So it's a bit like what we do here, and I do that at a lot of other companies as well.
What college you went before?
So I went to the Central School of Speech and Drama, which is in... it's near Belsize Park, and that's where I studied applied theatre. And that means that it's all about using drama and theatre with people. So making shows with community groups and young people, but also using drama as a tool for like helping people like with well-being or other kind of social problems. And so some of the other companies that I've taught drama at, there's one that I do a lot at called Unique Community. There I work with young people, and we're making a show right now about families and choices. But I also work a lot with them and Ukrainian refugees, and they're making a show all about their experiences.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, Ben, do you have much time by yourself?
For myself?
Yeah.
No, not really. I have the occasional evening and some weekends, but I like to keep busy because I think otherwise you just get bored, you know, and there's so much to do that I'd rather be out and doing things than sitting at home.
But can I just say something to you, Ben?
Yeah.
You've got to take time for yourself sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really good advice.
That's a good thing. We were talking actually in creative writing yesterday about changes we can make, and that's what we were talking about is taking time to relax. That's really important.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Ben, how do you become a teacher? How do you get a job being a teacher?
It's a great question. So a lot of people will go to university and they'll do a degree, and then they'll do something called a PGCE, which I think means Postgraduate Certificate of Education. And that means you can be a teacher. That's a teaching qualification. Or you can do through other ways. But that means you teach in schools. And I don't really want to be a school teacher because they have to be at school for 8:30 every day. And I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I went in a different route and started volunteering with different charities and organizations, and then teaching adults and people outside of school. So there's a lot of different ways if you don't want to be a school teacher.
Have you met anyone famous in your drama teaching life?
So I've not taught anyone famous yet because they probably wouldn't have a class with me. They're too busy being famous. But I have met or bumped into famous people, I'll say. Kenneth Branagh. I used to work, he's a big Shakespearean actor, and he's directed a lot of films. And I used to work at a theatre, and his sister had directed a play there.
Wow.
And so he came in and everyone was like, Kenneth Branagh's here. Kenneth Branagh. Everyone was really, really excited. And I was standing by the door where he was going to come in and out. So at the end, I really made myself look really, really smart. And I had to hand out flyers. And I was going to hand one to him. And he just looked at me and was like, I'm okay. I was like, oh no. I felt so silly.
Oh.
Yeah. And have I met anyone else famous. I met Julian Clary, who was an old, comedian. Yeah. I once had to ask him what name his seat was under, and he looked at me and he said, "It's Clary." Yeah. Obviously. That's not bad.
Have you been any? Do you like teaching or do you like any sports at all?
Do I like teaching or sports? I like teaching, it's why I still do it. Sports, I don't like team sports because I don't like the pressure of other people. But I do like to go to the gym. I like to do weights because I'm very small. I'm 5'6", so I was always quite small. So I quite like to go and pick up my body weight, which is quite fun to do. Yeah.
Was that hard for you? Or
Yeah, it's not easy, is it?
No, I mean, where did you go for that? Just one helicopter or different swimming thing?
Different places, yeah.
If you could swap bodies with a celebrity for a day, who would it be?
Oh. Do I also have all their knowledge?
No.
Okay. I think I'd swap bodies with Taylor Swift because she's a billionaire. Yeah. And if I'm Taylor Swift for a day, I can just give all my money to me. Yeah. I can transfer all her money to my bank account. Wow. And then I'd give that money out because I'm very kind.
Say you were casted in a movie, what would it be?
I'd like to be in a movie directed by Wes Anderson. Do you know Wes Anderson? His movie, have you ever seen Fantastic Mr. Fox? Yeah. So he's the director who did Fantastic Mr. Fox. And all his movies are very stylized and they're very kind of magical feeling. So I'd like to be in one of those and wear a 1950s outfit and say very awkward lines. That'd be really fun. Yeah.
Have you done any restaurant or pub work?
I have, yes. Well, as most people who've worked in the arts, I've worked in several restaurants and cafes throughout my life. Is there a story that I told you that you want me to bring up? No. Yeah. So I've worked, actually the last place that I worked at, not the worst, the last, that's a slip. The last cafe place I worked at was actually in the Barbican. So it was very busy all the time. Yes. And I was very glad to not have to work there anymore because of the busyness. Yes.
Have you taken part in any movies or short stories, kind of acting?
I've not acted in anything sort of professional, but I once was an extra in an opera. Oh. Yeah, so it was a Russian company and they came to my hometown and they needed extras. And I was like, sure, why not? I'll do that. And then I turn up and they're doing, it's Carmen, which is set in Spain. Yeah. And so they made me be a fruit seller in the first scene. Wow. But they looked at me and so I have glasses and the director was like, too modern. So they made me take my glasses off. But I can't really see very well without my glasses. So I have to stumble on stage with a basket of plastic fruits. Wow. But it's really important because I need to give one of the actors a real apple for him to bite into at the end of his song. But I was really scared that I wouldn't be able to find the real apple without my glasses on, and I'd give him a plastic one and he'd break his teeth. Then at the end I have to go off and they put us in these outfits and look in the mirror, I'm like a little matador, so a little bullfighter, and I'm about 16 years, so I'm even smaller than I am now, dressed up as a bullfighter, going on stage. It's really funny, but... Oh my God. Yeah.
You got any photographs?
Thankfully, no.
Do you like any Shakespearean poems?
Yeah, I mean, I quite like Shakespeare. I like, my favourite Shakespeare is called Titus Andronicus, and I like that one the most because it's really, really bloody. So there's a lot of murder and death in that, and I quite enjoy that. It's quite fun. They bake people into pies. Wow. Yeah, they do.
Is there something to do with Hamlet?
Hamlet is a very...
Do you like Hamlet or not?
Hamlet's good. It's quite long. And again, Hamlet's quite bloody, so most people in Hamlet die.
Back in school, what plays did you take part in?
My favourite play that I did when I was in school was we did a production of the Canterbury Tales by Geoffrey Chaucer. Do you know what that is? No. So the Canterbury Tales are from like hundreds and hundreds of years ago, like the medieval times, and it's one of the first English poems. And it's all about these different people who go to Canterbury on a pilgrimage, and they all tell different stories. And so I played the pardoner, and a pardoner is a person who, in the olden days, if someone had sinned and like done something bad, you could just go to them and give them a lot of money, and they'd be like, "You're fine." And so I was that character, and I had to tell a whole story about how lots of people tried to cheat death and died.
Wow. Yeah. Got one more question?
If you could take one item on a desert island, what would it be?
Does the island have electricity, like a plug? No. Okay. Because I say I'm bringing my laptop. No. Can't do that. Can't bring my vinyl player. Ooh, that's a really good one. Everything's electric, isn't it? That's so bad. You know, I bring a book, like a notebook, so I can start writing. Because I feel like I never have enough time to write. But if I'm stuck on an island, then maybe I would do, because there's nothing else to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
What sorts of food do you like?
Yes. Great question, thank you, Jonathan. I like a lot of food. My favourite kind of I like Japanese food because I like sushi and I like ramen and like katsu curry. Do you like that as well, Mia? Yes, I do. What's your favourite kind of food?
I like Chinese.
Yeah, like a lot of East Asian food's really nice because it's quite light. Yeah.
Right, last question. Come back.
Do you do like history in school? You used to do history on videos, on news.
Did I do history?
Yeah.
Like history class?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love history. I love learning about history. All kinds. I like what's called social history, so it's about the history of like real people and different.
Is it like current events you do in school or you watch it on video?
Oh, I did it at school, but I still like watch documentaries and movies about historical figures and different times, and also history from across the world, not just England, because it's really important to learn about other countries.
In school or acting as well?
I did history and I did acting and I did English.
So are you still doing that now?
No, because I'm not in school anymore.
Right, last question, guys.
What kind of kid were you back in school?
I was really nerdy. I was really awkward and like very serious about school. And if I was like late to school, I'd be really worried, even if I was like 2 minutes late. So I'd get all my homework done on time, and I like really respect the teachers, which is what you should be. Yeah. Yeah.
Well done, Ben. We got you in the hot seat. Woo!
Thank you.
Talking Tales is a group of creative storytelling students from Community Focus, sharing their monologues, poems, stories, songs, and characters.
And today in Talking Tales, we got Yvonne, who talks about a character called Lightbulb Man, and he's a superhero that brings bright light into the world of darkness.
Once upon a time, there was the Lightbulb Man. He is the ultimate force of light, sent to fight evil and retrieve stolen goods from the villains whilst finding people in times of trouble. Lightbulb Man is everywhere there is light. The force of darkness and evil forces them not to perform the good deeds or find the silver duck as well. The darkness is pushing down on him as he goes about. He is trying to rescue it for Clara. There is the Overlord of Darkness, Master of Evil, Mr. Murder, and the money laundering crook, the Feaster Kona, and the sausage thief. Lightbulb Man is a hyperactive, humble, cheerful, caring and adventurous on his quest to find the silver duck for Clara. Clara is a woman who was gifted the silver duck as an heirloom. The Lightbulb Man is determined to find which of his nemesis had the silver duck. First he shot over to confront the Overlord of Darkness. The Overlord of Darkness spoke in his usual negative tone and said, "Ha ha, no, I got worse things to do." The Lightbulb Man was concerned, but knew he would have to deal with him later. Next, the Lightbulb Man slipped over to the Master of Evil, who spent most of his time spilling lies to the Lightbulb Man, but it was clear the Master of Evil did not have the silver duck. When the Lightbulb Man went to see Mr. Murder, he had blood on his hands, so the Lightbulb Man tied him to the tree whilst he continued to find the silver duck. Next, the Lightbulb Man kept searching for Kona, a money laundering thief who was being very evasive. Every time Lightbulb Man thought he had found Kona, Kona had disappeared. Eventually, he blinded Kona to retrieve the silver duck and give the silver duck back to Clara.
How did you come up with who was the inspiration for Lightbulb Man?
Richard came up with the idea of Lightbulb Man. I kind of just got more creative with it. I said to him a couple of years ago, "Why do you draw Lightbulb Man? What does he look like?" So he said it's a circle for one and a triangle for another. And I thought, if he's a superhero, then you need to add on that term, he's got to have a job, isn't it? So his job is to save the world, basically. Clara's a character I created at school and her family. So obviously it's 20, 30 years ago now. So well, growing up a bit more now. So.
Can you tell us a bit about your object that you were given to inspire your story?
The duck.
It looked rich, and it looks like it would have been probably worth a lot, maybe in an antique shop. The silver duck, it looks like it could be made of silver, and it's got a light in the middle, so it could be look like it's a gift as an heirloom to someone. Perhaps the character Clara would have liked it, but it could be a personal thing that had some sentimental value as well, from the gift bearer to the gift.
I thought there was just a lot of characters in there.
There was a lot of characters in there, yeah.
Well, what interesting, she said the character Clara was somebody that she thought of 30 years ago.
30 years ago, oh my God.
Yeah, so I think the positive thing, you brought light to darkness.
But isn't that supposed to be like a metaphorical thing? But
I would like to say goodbye to all our listeners, and thank you all for listening to us.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Enjoy yourself and listen more of the podcast. Thank you very much. And share it with everybody on the web or on Spotify.
Make sure to share it with your friends and family and anyone you know, and just stay in tune.
Bye! Community focus. We're here for you. With me and you.
On
Our point of view. At 5 o'clock. Your North London. The podcast crew.
A week in review.
We're here for you.